I'm Stephanie Sneddon.
And I'm Stephen Ward, and this is Spoke TV, your source for local and campus news.
It's no secret the biggest night in music took place over the weekend. The 55th Annual Grammy Awards were held in Los Angeles Sunday night, celebrating the greatest musical accomplishments over the past year. Rap artist Drake was the only Canadian to take home a Grammy. Spoke reporter Mike Zellish will have more on the story a bit later in the show.
The federal Liberal Party has kicked off its debates leading up to the April 14th deadline. 8 candidates are now in the running for the job, like Martha Hall Finley, Deborah Coyne, Karen McCrinnan, Joyce Murray, Dave Birchie, George Takashi, and a former astronaut, Marc Garneau, and the son of a former Prime Minister, Pierre-Elliott Trudeau, Justin Trudeau. Justin Trudeau visited Conestoga College last week, and our reporter, Daryl VandenBerg, had a chance to grab a word with him.
That's why I've been crisscrossing the country going.
With the Liberal Party choosing a new leader in April, Justin Trudeau has been traveling across Canada to speak to voters in hopes to get youth more involved in politics. He was at Conestoga College in the sanctuary to answer questions and engage with the students. Peter Maloney, a law teacher at Conestoga, who's also a long-standing member of the Liberal Party, organized Trudeau's visit.
I think that he's got the right ideas and the right stuff. The right stuff in terms of he's a Canadian for both cultures. He moves so easily psychologically and language-wise between English Canada and French Canada.
With Trudeau gaining attention of voters across the country, not everyone thinks he's a suitable candidate for the job or is focused upon the issues that matter. Mayin Gun Henry fills us in with his concerns.
I don't think he has the full understanding of the background of the treaties, and I think we need to look at somebody that will support the Kelowna Accord, which is an accord that allowed eradicating poverty in Canada without the expense of costing taxpayers any money.
The Liberal Party has made changes that now allow non-party members to vote in the new leader. For Spoke TV, I'm Daryl VandenBerg.
Do you prefer sitting in on lectures, or are you someone who likes to learn by doing? Hands-on learning is an approach preferred by many instructors here at Conestoga College. Camila Rivero explores the effect this method has on college students.
Benefits of hands-on learning are usually one of the main features that attract students to college instead of university. There are certain sets of skills that can't be taught from a book. Conestoga College's Interprofessional Resources Manager, Gary Shepard, explains how some programs like nursing have benefited from this method of learning.
So before they used to do theory for 3 hours and then maybe the next day come to lab. Now they do a little bit of theory, you can go across the hall, put it into practice right away, and then they can go do a little more theory and then back into the lab.
The days of sitting in a classroom and learning from a textbook are coming to an end. Advances in technology have allowed students to get real hands-on experience in their education.
In there we use mannequins, and it's a real-time experience. It happens now. If they make a mistake, we don't stop them. So it's a safe place to practice with people, with our mannequins who we consider to be people. But if they do something bad to one of them, we can reboot the computer.
First-year television broadcast student Leo Ganchoki, who went to university before coming to Conestoga, says the difference is very noticeable.
Now I could go out and do a job, like even though I haven't finished my studying here and stuff. So like even now I know how to do so much stuff in the TV studio. I could just hop into like another TV studio and kind of just at least know something. Reading about stuff doesn't really help me with the learning process.
Conestoga offers a broad range of programs that use a combination of desk work and hands-on learning to enhance the college experience for its students. For Spoke TV, I'm Camila Rivero.
This past weekend was the biggest music award show of the year. Spoke TV's Mike Zellish takes a look at the Grammys.
Thanks, Stephen. Okay, this week we're going to take a look at this season's Grammy Awards. As usual, the awards always draw a crowd, but this year didn't have as strong a pull as what we had seen last year. A decline of almost 30% in viewers this year didn't come as much of a surprise, seeing as a large contributor to last season's ceremony was the death of Whitney Houston and the homage the Academy gave her. But let's not focus on the past. Last night we saw some amazing performances from fan favorites like the Black Keys, Fun, Justin Timberlake, and Mumford & Sons. And it's no surprise that last night's performers, who were all relatively new to the music scene, were also massive takers in a bunch of the categories. The Black Keys cleaned up big time, taking home Best Rock Performance, Best Rock Album, and Best Rock Song. Indie rockers Fun gave an amazing water-drenched performance and took Best New Artist as well as Song of the Year. And finally, and well-deservingly, Mumford & Sons took the highest honor of Album of the Year. Now, on a side note about Mumford, they just revealed that they'll be doing a very small, low-key tour later this summer with only one Canadian stop in the small town of Simcoe. So if you haven't got your tickets already, you're a little too late. The date's sold out in minutes. Well, that's it for entertainment this week. Back to you, Steph.
The most romantic day of the year for many is coming up quick, and with that comes the stress of finding the perfect present. If you're stumped on what to get for that special someone, Spoke reporter Bob Mooney may give you some Valentine's Day ideas.
Hearts, balloons, bears, and chocolates can only mean one thing. Valentine's is just around the corner. We spoke to Conestoga students about their take on Valentine's Day.
I think Valentine's Day is a made-up holiday. If you're in a relationship with someone, you should want to make Valentine's Day every day.
It's like any other day, really. It's just one that's got that special tag on it.
We also got their opinion on the best gift ideas to get or receive.
Something small. When I used to be in a relationship, we would set like a set amount. So say like $20 present.
Sex. Yeah, sex.
Sex,
I guess.
I'm gonna keep it simple this year. Probably some chocolates, a rose, some love.
At Conestoga College, we came to the conclusion that the simple gesture of flowers is the most suitable way of getting your Valentine. Here at My Flower Shop, we take a look at some of the special gifts they have inside. Let's take a look.
We spoke with the owner of My Flower Shop in Cambridge, Lori Henry, to find out what Valentine's Day means to her and her fellow florists.
It is a huge, huge day for florists. Big expectations and almost no time. People like chocolates and balloons, I love yous, all kinds of sweet romantic gestures.
So on this beautiful holiday, try to not get shot too hard by Cupid. For Spoke TV, I'm Bob Mooney.
It's been a long time since we've had crazy weather where we had snow banks up to our knees. Patricia Lico went out into the cold to see how it was affecting Waterloo region.
Kitchener-Waterloo became buried under snow when a huge storm hit the region on Friday. Schools were closed, recreational programs were canceled, and road conditions were dangerous as more and more snow was dumped on the city. The region got upwards of 25 centimeters of snow, and cities close to the Niagara Escarpment got a whopping 40 centimeters. With all the snow, what were students' thoughts on this winter wonderland?
Because I got an extension on assignment, so.
I actually had to come into school anyway because I'm in the radio program and I had to be on air that day, so I came in from Guelph anyway.
I was shoveling my driveway, and damn, it was good exercise.
Pretty sure I slept in and cleaned my house.
I was happy it was a snow day because I only had 2 hours worth of class to go to, and they were really early, so it just kind of worked out for me that way.
No, it was great. I got to catch up on homework and get projects done, and worked out good.
Didn't have to come to school, got to sleep in, do all the good things.
Temperatures took a turn and rose right after the storm, melting a large portion of the snowfall and leaving slippery conditions on the road. With all the snow melting, it's unclear whether you'll need a snow shovel or an umbrella. Temperatures right now are slightly above freezing, but will be dropping down to -15 by Thursday. So make sure you're prepared for the changes in weather. For Spoke TV, I'm Patricia Lico.
It was an upsetting weekend for the Kitchener Rangers. Nicole Picton has all the details on the puck action.
Thanks, Steph. This week in sports, we're going to take a look at the OHL highlights in the region. The Kitchener Rangers took to the ice facing the Guelph Storm on Friday and the London Knights on Sunday. This was the 5th time the Rangers have faced the Storm this series, and it was the first time the Storm won against the Rangers this season. The Guelph Storm started off strong with 2 goals in the first period, and the Rangers kept up their momentum, making the score even by the end of the third. However, Guelph stormed back in the shootouts to win the game 4-3. On Sunday, the Rangers came back with a win to beat the London Knights 4-3. Right winger Tobias Ryder was the leading scorer with 2 points. Joshua Levo added with 2 assists. With the win, the Rangers move into the 2nd place in the Midwest Division, 1 point ahead of the Owen Sound Attack. The Rangers return to the Kitchener Auditorium this Friday when they host the Plymouth Whalers at 7:30 p.m. And that's your look at sports this week. Back to you guys.
That's all we have for you this week. For Spoke TV, I'm Stephen Ward.
And I'm Stephanie Snedden. For more campus news, visit spokeonline.com.